Okay, so welcome back to another video. I actually had another video ready to go out today. I made one earlier. It's talking all about who the third member of the Unholy Trinity is going to be. That'll come out tomorrow now instead, because Doctor Who has just posted some new pictures on their Instagram, and I feel like they're revealing a lot to us in this, so we need to sit down and talk about them. First things first though, if you do enjoy this video and you're looking forward to seeing all of these pictures and you're looking forward to the finale, drop a like, subscribe. I make videos here almost every single day, covering all the latest news and everything like that. So yeah, please do that. If you want to leave a super thanks in the comments, you get a shout out in the next video. This is mental. So the first picture that they post is this. It's the Rani holding a baby. Now, a lot of people in the comments are going, oh, in this alternate reality, you know, the Rani's holding a baby that's their own. But this is exactly the same as Ruby in the church on Ruby Road. And the Rani is wearing the exact cloak that her mother was wearing when she dropped her off at the church. And no one's picking up on this. And I don't know if it's me making a mistake or if it's others making a mistake. So the overall theory that it could be is that the Rani in this alternate reality that Conrad has caused has got a child of her own. However, I think that this is a Ruby situation. Yes, alright, I'm clutching at straws, I'm stretching. Maybe it's not a Ruby situation, but it bloody looks like one. I mean, just look at it. Like, that is literally what Ruby's mum was wearing when she dropped Ruby off at the church. That looks like Ruby. What is going on? If you have any theories, leave them in the comments, please. I need to know what you guys are inputted, what your guys' input is on this situation. The next picture is the Doctor in what I believe is the unit tower of Conrad's world. This looks very similar to the unit tower office that's kicking about. The Doctor's on the phone talking, and there's typewriters instead of computers. So I don't know what's going on with Conrad there. Maybe because he's a big conspiracy theorist, he wants to go back to old-fashioned times, so they're using typewriters instead of computers. But there's not much given away here, apart from the fact they're using typewriters instead of computers. I don't think anyone said the phrase typewriters instead of computers more times than I've just said. Again, the next picture doesn't give too much away. We've got Ruby here again. We know she's back in the finale. We know she gets trapped, which is my big theory on the Trickster, which is again touching on the video coming tomorrow, which was meant to come out today, but it's coming tomorrow now. This picture doesn't give much away either, besides the fact that Ruby is wearing red, which is the color of the Rani, so there might be some double, maybe something going on there, not too sure what, but yeah, that's what we know for now. The next one is another interesting one. Belinda is holding Captain Poppy from Space Babies. Now, we saw Poppy. I mentioned Poppy in my video tomorrow about being the third Pantheon member. Not that I think she is, but she's a contender. Poppy came back in the story in the engine for unknown reasons. She's now a space toddler. My personal theory on this, and well, actually, I've got to give credits to Jack Collins, who I do the podcast with. This is his theory, that the Rani created the Space Babies, and there's like some sort of bootstrap paradox where the Rani put regeneration into the Rani put regeneration into the Space Babies, and Captain Poppy is the Doctor. Captain Poppy grows up to become the Timeless Child, to eventually become the Doctor, and, you know, regeneration. The Time Lords then creating the Rani, and the Rani then creating the Space Babies. It's just an endless bootstrap paradox, but I'd love that to happen. But Belinda is obviously comforting Poppy here. I mean, Poppy doesn't look too bothered in the picture, but she's obviously comforting Poppy. So something going on. I don't know what. Again, if you have any theories on this, leave them in the comments below, please. This next one is also very, very interesting. We've got Conrad holding a baby. My theories again, this is baby Ruby. For some reason, Conrad wants baby Ruby, which there's a million things I could go into here, but they might not be correct. If you want my thoughts on what I think has happened here, this is my theory, and I don't know if it's true. The CCTV footage that we saw last year of Ruby's mum dropping Ruby off outside the church is in reverse. And instead of somebody bringing her to the church, it's actually the Rani going back in time and taking Ruby from the church and bringing her to Conrad. Now, obviously, there's some contradictions, like, why is she walking backwards? But maybe that's part of the plan. The part of the plan is she wants to go back and not be spotted on the CCTV, so she's somehow reversed it. I don't know, but I'm really convinced that that's what this is. I really don't think this is, you know, an alternate universe where the Rani's got a child. I think this is almost definitely Ruby Sunday here, and I think we need to treat it as if it is, because it's a big deal, very big deal. And the next picture is just another menacing one of the two Ranis, well, Mrs. Flood and Archie. The two Ranis looking very menacing, but I say at each other, they're looking at us, really. They're looking at us in this picture, but again, it doesn't give too much away. What I'm gathering is Unit HQ has turned into some sort of bone HQ somehow. I'm guessing Wishbone, maybe. Not too sure. Obviously, in the preview trailer, we see the massive bone dinosaur walking over London, which is giving me very Wedding of River Song vibes. Like, the world's still there, but something's up. And I think Ruby knows something's up. I'll cover more on that in my trailer breakdown video coming on Thursday. The next one breaks my heart because Colonel Sexy is under Conrad's spell as well. There's a picture of Conrad there in a very Vote Saxon kind of poster that says, "Don't let your mind wander." Mind wander. Ugh. I was going to say, it should be mind, but on my screen it looks like that sort of TV blocking the D isn't there. So yeah, don't let your mind wander. And Colonel Sexy, once again, is working on a typewriter. Well, I don't know I'm doing that. It is a typewriter instead of a computer. So there's that. Again, this doesn't give much away apart from Conrad is an evil genius, which we already knew. The next one's interesting as well. Susan Twist is back. I'm super, super excited to see her back. She's in her same outfit as the Devil's Cord, which is interesting. I think this is something to do with Colonel Sexy saying, "Oh, don't make the tea," last year. That might be something to do with that. But we knew she was back, but I thought she'd just be there. I didn't know she would have some sort of big role, which it looks like she has due to this. Who knows? Any theories on Susan Twist? Get them in the comments. Susan? Is something going on with Susan here? Who knows? Who knows? I also think that Harry, as in Belinda's dad, Harry, might be H-A-R. And then Belinda has the B-I-N, and then maybe Belinda's mum has the G-E-R, and they all become Harbinger, and that's for the big god that's going to be in the finale that I think might be the Trickster. So if you want to see a video on that, again, I've said it a million times, it's coming tomorrow now instead of today. And the final picture is the Doctor looking at a load of cups, which I'm assuming are cups of tea made by Susan Twist, but I don't know. And yeah, that's pretty much all. He looks very shocked. There is a picture in the background, actually. What's that? Is that Poppy? Might be Poppy in the background there, not too sure. But like I say, that's what we know right now. If you have any theories on anything I've just said, please let me know and put them down in the comments below. I'm super, super interested. I'm so excited for this finale. It truly is shaping up to be one of the best, I think, looks-wise. Do you think the baby is Ruby Sunday, or do you think it's the Rani's baby, or it's Conrad as a baby? Who knows? I'm really convinced it's Ruby, and I'm really, really excited. What if Conrad is Ruby's dad? Oh, God. Oh, what's going to happen? I don't know. Look, let's just wait and see. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like and a comment and subscribe. And if you want to leave a super thanks or join the channel as a member, you can do so as well. Really helps me out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, and cue Duggadoo.